everyone, it's time to learn about our new Xboxes in the PICU. So first you're going to turn on the TV, and to get to the Xbox you want to go to channel 99 and then go up one channel until it reads HDMI 1 on the bottom. Then you're going to go to the Xbox over here, turn it on with that button right there, and in a minute it'll register on the TV that the Xbox has been turned on. There it goes. The next thing that you'll need to do is make sure that your controller in the room is synced to this specific Xbox. And the controllers are either with us or living on these mounts over here. And we're still working out the details with batteries and rechargeable. The next thing you need to do is make sure that your controller is synced to this particular system. So you're gonna go up to the Xbox. There's a little black button on the bottom right here. You're gonna push it, it'll start flashing. And then you'll go to the controller, there's a little black button on top. You're gonna hold it down. That will also start flashing. When they're both synced to each other, you'll see the fast blinking start to slow down. And then you'll see that the controller is working in that room. Xbox One games are in a green binder labeled as such. They are going to be housed in the top shelf of this cabinet that requires badge access to get into. We are going to stick to the 2 games at a time rule. Many of these games are 50 plus bucks, and we would like to not lose too many at once. After the Xbox turns on, you'll see a green screen that says Xbox One, and then it'll open up to this login screen. There will be 2 options here. There's one that says rustic foil with child life underneath it. We're not using that one. You're using the other one. So right now I'm in room 121. It says PICU 121. We're lucky because some of them are not in the correct room, and that'll impact what the password's gonna be. So I will have that written down on the Xbox info sheet in each room, but make sure you take note of what it says on the bottom where it says PICU 121. So you click A on the remote. It will scroll for just a second, and then it's gonna ask for your password. The password for each of these units is Child Life Joy with a capital C. So Child Life Joy, and then that 121, whatever room number is assigned to this. Unfortunately, IT installed some of them into the wrong rooms, and they're now bolted down, so we're kind of stuck with what we're stuck with. Once the password is typed in, Child Life Joy 121 in this room, and the game disc is in, you'll see if it's a game that has never been played in this particular room before, the game, bowling, you'll see here, pops up and it says installing. Unfortunately, for every single game in every single room, it has to do this. And sometimes you'll need to click update now as well with that red button. Once the game finishes installing, it'll say ready to start. You'll be able to use your remote to scroll over to the game, push A, and the game will open up. Again, if this is a game that's been used in the system already, like if I were to put this bowling game into the same system tomorrow, that installation step should be skipped and not necessary anymore. So it'll take some time for us to be using these games in all these systems. And there we go. If a family wants to stream media, so not necessarily a video game, but maybe Netflix, if they go down to the entertainment category and then kind of scroll over, you'll see there's Hulu and there's Netflix and such over there. So they can go down to whichever they'd like, push A, and it'll open up Netflix. I do want to make note of the fact that there is Netflix, there's Hulu, and a couple other apps that are usable for families on this Xbox. So if they have their own login information, kind of like on our iPads, they can sign in and utilize the service. And unfortunately, we've looked into options through the hospital and setting up an account, and at this time, we're not allowed to do so.